Hey y'all, welcome back to Crocs and Socks. Mandy and I are out here this morning, about to do a little maintenance on her car. Got the Pathfinder pulled around here. It's due for a transmission fluid change. So let me show you what we're working with. This is a 2014 Nissan Pathfinder. It's got right at 150,000 miles on it, and hopefully soon we'll be passing it down to our youngest daughter Kaylee when Mandy gets something new. But I try to change the transmission fluid every 30,000 miles. It does have the CVT transmission. If you're not familiar with what that is, CVT stands for continuously variable transmission. Unlike your normal geared transmission that would have, whether 5, 7, 10 gears in some of the newer cars, this works off of a pulley system. It's basically two pulleys that are cone shaped in the middle and a high strength steel belt. And depending on the power requirements for what the car needs, how the transmission adjusts, those cones move in and out, and it changes the ratio of that belt. And that's basically the gearing, if you will. So they are a little more finicky. CVT transmissions do not have the best reputation when it comes to reliability. And knowing that, when we bought this car, I went ahead and got in touch with a couple dealerships with the service techs right after we bought it, just to get their advice on what their recommendation was for maintenance. In the manual, it doesn't even give you what type of fluid or how much fluid or anything like that, because I don't think they want you messing with it. They want you to bring it in for service, but that's not in my playbook. So I called them and asked them. Both techs from two different dealerships gave me the same maintenance, which was a spill and fill every 30,000 miles, and also to only use genuine Nissan fluid. And this year model takes the Nissan NS3 CVT transmission fluid. There is a NS2, so depending on what year model and what transmission it has in it, but this takes the NS3. That, and their statement was, do not do a flush. They do not recommend a flush on the CVT transmission for whatever reason. I don't know. Some people say a flush stirs up stuff in the transmission and all that. So I don't know. This is what I've been doing. This is the same process I do even on my Titan. This is the same transmission service I've done on every vehicle we've ever owned. I've never had an issue, and like I said, this one's got 150,000 miles on it, and it's been great, no problem. So we're gonna get right to it. We'll get up underneath here, get you some shots of that, and what we do. All right, so we're underneath here. So this is the drain pan for the transmission. This is the drain plug right here. Now, not all cars have a drain plug, so most Nissans do. That's the drain plug. That's what I'm gonna take out. But because this Pathfinder does not have a dipstick, again, I think it's probably because they don't want you messing with it, but it does not have a dipstick. It only has a cap over the filler tube. It's very important that what you take out is what you put back. So got a good clean drain pan here. Take this plug out. Try not to spill nothing, because if you spill it, you can't measure it. So take this drain plug out and get it draining. Well, easier said than done. Let me get an extension. Turn it off. All right, had to get an extension to get that off. A little snug. All right, so we're gonna let that drain. Get what we can out of there. And so you're not gonna get all the fluid out. This transmission holds about 9 1/3 quarts, and the last time I did this, it only got about, if I remember right, it's about 3.5 quarts, something like that. Is about all you get out of there. So anyway, I'll catch it, measure it, and then that's what we'll put back. But that's only works now if you're absolutely confident you have no leaks. I always watch the concrete where we park our cars and stuff to make sure there's no drips, nothing like that. And when I'm up underneath here changing the oil or anything like that in the car, I try to watch and make sure that I don't see any drips anywhere, any leaks, any runs down the motor that don't look right. So this only works if you're absolutely confident you hadn't leaked any fluid out or lost any fluid. So anyway, we're gonna let that drain and I'll get back with you. All right, guys, so as you can see, it's just about done dripping there, just a barely little drip left. And so taking this crush washer, there's a crush washer on this plug. I'm gonna take that off, and got a new one here. Got a new crush washer that just flattens out on this plug. So we'll get that put on there. And it's done drip just about all it's gonna drip. So we'll go ahead and get this plug put back in, get it snug back down, and get everything wiped up. More little snug on that to make sure that washer's crushed out. Okay. All right, now we'll get out here and I'll show you how we get it filled back. All right, y'all, so this is the pan with it drained, and this is what I use to measure what came out. It's just an old 5-quart motor oil jug, and I've got the quarts marked on the side there so I can see them real good. So we'll get the camera set up. I'll show you how we measure. Okay, so Mandy's gonna give me a hand. We just use a funnel, and this drain pan has a pretty handy little spout there, so maybe hold that jug real tight, okay?
It's above 3 now.
Okay. Normally get about 3.5 out of it, something like that. 3 1/3, 3.5, I believe, last time.
Yeah, that's all it is.
Get this last little bit.
Pretty close to 4 now.
Okay, that's good. All right, so as you can see, that's about as close as you're gonna get. It's almost to 4 quarts. I'll probably just go ahead and put a whole full quarts back in, just because there's some little bit of residual left in that drain pan and in the funnel and stuff like that. So probably just go ahead and put a full 4 quarts back in there. All right, so as you can see, concrete's fairly level right here. It's right at 4 quarts. A little bit under 4 quarts, and this is this stupid little drain cap that they got on there. It's a pain in the butt. There is no it's right here where that little mark is on the top. There is no dipstick in there. It's just a plug on the top. So I'm getting ready to hold this camera so I can get that cap off. Got to kind of stick a screwdriver down in there. So just stick a screwdriver down in there and pull up on it. And I think I did last time. You can see it's supposed to be a little spot right here that catches, and the screwdriver goes down in there, and you got to pry on that to make it slip up. But I partially broke it last time, but it still seals off good. It's got an O-ring and stuff, and it's tight on there. So anyway, so then we use just a long tip funnel. I'm gonna go wipe this out a little bit. It's got a little bit of dust in it. Go wipe that out real quick, and then so we got this funnel stuck down in here, and because we took out 4 quarts, that's what we're gonna put back. 4 quarts. All right, so that is quart number 4 going in. All right, y'all, so that's gonna do it for this video. That's changing the transmission fluid in Mandy's Pathfinder. That's CVT transmission. It's pretty easy service. It's just like like any other transmission service. Like I said, it's the same thing I do to the Titan, a drain, a spill and fill is what they call it. So anyway, I'll give y'all a little look at the ducts. These are our 2 oldest ones. We got those the other day, and we got 4 more sent to us by a hatchery out in California, Meyer Hatchery. We did lose one of those, so we have 3 more coming. So that's going to give us a total of 8 when we're done here. But these are the 2 oldest ones. And how old are they, babe?
They're probably about 2.5 weeks old.
About 2.5 weeks old. And that's just some cut up cucumber she has floating in the water. They seem to like it, pecking at it. So anyway, thank y'all for watching Crocs and Socks. It's just another little maintenance video we got done. And we'll catch y'all on the next one. Thanks for watching.